Welcome to this presentation of the Western Ohio Railway. The Juneteenth holiday gave me a rare weekday to do some rail fanning along the Cincinnati Eastern. Hoping to catch a gravel train, I set out Friday morning for Plum Run, and I was lucky to find them at Nixon Road in Peebles. I just purchased a new video camera recently, and it works a little different than my old camera. As a result, I didn't record as much as I thought I did from Nixon Road. But this shot highlights the activity as they were doubling up two strings of hoppers to make up the train headed west. Thinking I had plenty of shots from Nixon Road, I ran ahead into the town of Peebles. This next shot is from the Stella Jones lot. The maintenance wagon is full of untreated ties that were loaded here. The next location is Lawshie. There are a couple of different shots here. The first is a couple of wheel sets, and the second are the old water tower foundations from the steam days. While waiting for the train, I walked up to the wheels. The dark spot at about the 10 o'clock position on the wheel is a flat spot, and I assume it is the reason it was pulled off one of the cars. The water tower foundations look like ruins from an ancient civilization. And I guess in some respects they are. The foundation in the middle has an open area where the pipes that go into the ground are still present. Life doesn't give me a chance to railfan the east end of the Peavine very often, so I'm not sure of the distances and lead times from location to location. I cut the shot short of the train in Lawshie to make sure I got to the bridge in the next shot. It wasn't until I was home editing the video that I knew the road is called Nichols Ridge Road. There are plenty of videos of trains in the town of Seaman, so I looked for a different location. I wasn't familiar with Silcott Road, so I took a chance there, and I really fell in love with this location. The tracks are coming around a gentle bend. One side of the tracks has a small cattle farm and the ground is below track level. The other side has fields of grain, and it turned out to be a really great find and a spot I will return to in the future. Now don't laugh at me, but I wanted the cows in the shot. And I wanted the barn in the distance too. I think the next shot is where the Peavine was originally cut in the 2002 time frame. I'm really glad the line has been extended beyond Peebles, and the Plum Run quarry has provided a lot of business for the line. The location is Tri-County Road west of Seaman. I can remember getting a real nice shot of 611 back in the day from this location, and it has always been one of my favorite spots. I do have to wonder what you have to say or do to get kicked off the train. Or maybe this guy just won that brand new luxury van. Either way, I'd rather stay on the engine. I got snookered at Mount Zion. You'll see in the next shot the train now has a couple of covered hoppers tacked on the end. I had parked to get the trestle at Mount Zion. When the train didn't show, I went back to Mount Zion siding to see what was going on. I couldn't get back across the crossing in front of the train in time to get back to my original shot. So I ended up off Main Street in Winchester on the north side of the tracks. The trees at Schweikert Road frame the train in this next shot. It is just a nice location to watch a train pass and would be a simple scene to model in a narrow space. This next shot just begs to be modeled in N-scale on a shelf with the train running along a row of trees in front of the backdrop. This is 5 Points Morristown Road east of Sardinia, and I think this is a carpet of soybeans in the foreground. Sardinia is a reliable spot to catch the train and find other attractions to look at. 3 of the other engines the Cincinnati Eastern owns sit in the boneyard being picked for parts. Sicily Road is a popular spot to watch trains cross a short bridge. I mentioned at the beginning of the video I was using a new camera. It bit me again in Mount Orab as somehow I didn't record a shot I was really looking forward to capturing. To make matters worse, I don't know the hand signals to use to tell the engineer to stop the train, back up, and run by again because I missed my shot. Because of the missed shot in Mount Orab, the next shot is at Boardman Road. Also because of the missed shot in Mount Orab and the fact I was rather mad, I arrived plenty early. What turned out to be my final shot of the day was in Williamsburg. I always like the bridge over the East Fork River in Williamsburg, but it is a very difficult bridge to get a good shot of. The river was swollen after heavy rains a couple of nights ago. I'd love to know more about the history of the bridge, given the different piers used between spans. So the morning crew tied down in Afton. They actually drove out past me in that luxury white van and said another crew was coming to take the train down to Milford. I hung out for a little bit, grabbed a sandwich at the 32 barbecue, which is very good. If you're rail fanning in the area, give 32 barbecue a try. But I didn't hang out long enough to see the train head west out of Afton. So this is the end of my video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks. Since I didn't finish editing the video Friday night, I can add this footnote. I live close enough to the Peavine that I can sometimes hear the trains along Roundbottom Road. And I clearly heard them Saturday morning, so I'm glad I cut the video at Afton.